Hello and welcome to the 7th guitar, or Guitar 1, in the 7 Guitars 7 Days videos series that I've been doing. This is my number 1 guitar. This is a 2003 Mexican 62 reissue Fender Strat. And I bought it from new a year after I'd started playing guitar. I started playing guitar in 2002. This was made in 2003, so I bought it about a year after I started playing guitar. I started playing in May, and this was made in April, so it kind of makes sense. And it was brand new, and I'm the only ever owner. But I just want to tell you the story of how I got it, because I think, I quite like it, but I'm going to. But anyway, I went to the guitar shop that was in town, and oddly enough, I went to buy the Kurt Cobain Jagstang. Being a big Kurt Cobain fan, I'd never seen one, and I was like, ooh, gotta have it. And I went in and it was there on the stand that Jagstang was, and I said, oh, how much is that? And I knew how much it was, but I was just being an idiot. And he goes, oh, I'm afraid it's sold. And I was like, oh no. And I had about 20 odd minutes or something like that before I had to be where I needed to be that day, so I thought, oh, I'll walk around for a bit. And the guitar shop was only tiny, and I've been in there a lot, bearing in mind, because it was the first guitar shop this town had had in ages. So I was looking around, and there was a rack of Fenders, which he just got in, and it was like, oh my god, he's got Fenders now, this is amazing. And I remember looking down the rack, and there was just like, there was like some USA standards, there was some kind of Mexican kind of like the standards, and then right at the back of this line of about 12, 13, 14 guitars, there was a 50s reissue Strat, two-tone sunburst one, and then this one that was hidden behind it, and you couldn't even see it, and I'd never noticed it, and God knows how long it had been in there for. But I saw it, and I was just kind of like, much as how weird and kind of cliche it sounds, I was kind of drawn to it. And it was like, come to me, Dave, you know you want to play me. It was like that. And I went over to it, and I was like, ooh. And I picked it up, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try this if I can. And he goes, yeah, and plugged it into an amp, and in about 5 minutes of playing it, I knew this was the guitar for me, hands down, full stop, because to that point I've been playing Les Pauls like straight through. I just played Les Pauls like constantly, but I never got on with them 100%. Like, I know it's going to sound quite nasty, but I kind of got quite bored with a Les Paul, kind of fairly quickish. And it's a bit weird to say, but I kind of like, I would play a Les Paul and I could only play it for a certain amount of time before I kind of wanted to do other things, and I really wanted a tremolo arm, because I love tremolo arms. And so Les Paul didn't have that. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to try this. And I say, in 5 minutes, I knew I wanted it. And it was actually over budget, well over budget of what I could actually afford that day. But the guy was a great guy, and he let me have it for what I had, which was like, made me appreciative beyond means. And I just love this thing. I've played it constantly since I got it. Back, I say, I got it brand new in 2003, so I got it, it was late 2003, June, July, I don't actually know when, it's somewhere around there, and it was made in April of 2003, so it was just one of those kind of meant to be moments, really, and I played it constantly, and I still play it now, so it is a bit of a fret dress though, because the frets are a bit worn out now, and it had a bit of a dodgy refret at one point, but I absolutely love it, and I say it's dinted and dented and beaten up, but this is the guitar that, if I get any other guitar, this is the guitar that I compare it to. If it's not as good as this, then I'm not really that interested, and it has to kind of stand its ground with this guitar. I know it's going to sound super weird, but I was comparing this one to the 1962 John Entwistle Strat we used to have in the shop, the Fiesta Red one, and I preferred this one. And I did a video on that a while back, but again, love this thing. Absolutely gorgeous guitar. I love it. It's great. And I say, it is my all-time favourite guitar. And let's play some things here. I might as well do a little mini demo. How much time have I got on our cam?
You've got 4 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yes, okay. I'll show you some of the sounds it's got there. I'll show you the pickups. So this is the bridge pickup. And then you get the out of phase position 2. Middle pickup. Really nice. Out of phase position 4. And then obviously my favourite, the neck pickup. That's one of the reasons I love it. It just sounds cool straight across all the pickups. I just love the sound. And I've got Jimi Hendrix. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. He's upside down there. But you have to deal with Jimmy upside down on the headstock. Because you need Jimi Hendrix on your guitar. And I say it's got dents, and I've actually engraved my name into the plate because I'm the only ever own this guitar and will be ever only this guitar. I'd sell all my other guitars before I had to sell this one. Let's go nuts. Floyd Rose with this guitar. Absolutely love it. So this is my #1 guitar, so hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the loop at the beginning. And you've seen this, you've actually seen this guitar a lot in a lot of videos, so now you know its story, now you know why it's appeared in a lot of videos. Dave history. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye now, hope you enjoyed this series, and goodbye.